All right, back we go. It is Thursday, January 21st. Let's take a look at some more stocks. Computer's frozen. Are we frozen? Hello, hello. Are we back? We're frozen. Computer's freezing a lot. I'm using a lot of tabs, different things here. Every time I bring that down, this goes off. Come on. Ugh. All right, this is a SRAC, if this will work again. Stable Road Acquisition Corp, 17 million float, short growth 79%, market cap 576 million. Low on cash, 780,000. Insiders 13%, institutions 48% owned. Pretty good. No debt. Um, is a blank check company. The firm will not involve in any operations until after completion of its initial business combination. Company is founded headquartered in Los Angeles, May 28th, 2019. What is that? No insiders. What is a uh, blank check company? Let me see here. Is this part of like the SPACs? Let me see what FinViz has to say. They have 625 million market cap, no income, no sales, 11 million float. IPO Edge, Nasdaq, Barclays, the host, 26th event, space race, blah blah blah. The space SPAC stable road spiked 34%. The company does not have significant operations. It tends to affect a merger, capital stock exchange, asset acquisition stock, purchase, reorganization, similar business combination in the cannabis business. Hmm. So what do they do exactly? They're a merger company. They're in cannabis. Mm, by Stable Road acquisition stock pop today. All right. So anyway, let's take a look at it. Monthly just came about. Looks like January 31st, 2020. Weekly this went sideways till October. It started to move. All right, here, look, July, August, September, October started right here on October 6th. It's holding this 10 line. So longer term, you can put this 10 line is huge. It is the ultimate low it's been, and at least it looks like it's pretty much held that. Went a little bit below, but so when this moved November, then it started to grind up. Look at November, big candles volume. Got the top of this line. Looks like a trend line here. You go across, went up to near 18, came back to the 20 EMA, bounced again higher. Low got higher. Channel, so you're bouncing from trend line to trend line. Then a huge gap up, and this is at 26 now. This is very high up here. Limited information on this too. I still don't understand they're a SPAC. They're like they're a merger company. If someone can, comment in my YouTube after I make this. So they're in the cannabis sector too. So looks like they do acquisitions, merger and acquisitions, I guess. So anyway, this one up to 26. Looks like it's going all time high again. The little wick there. The stop on this is way above its 1320 MA. This could come back hard to 20. Even down to this line, I would say to 17. See this? If this falls all the way back 17, you want the hold. Then in between here, you're back in the channel, and then the top of this. So yeah, it's way up here. This is more of a day trade. I wouldn't hold this here. Longer term, it could be still good, but it's just way up here. But incredible run. All right, let's go on to DFFN. All right, Diffusion Pharmaceuticals Incorporated float 63 million, 74 million market cap. Insiders don't know anything. Institutions 8%. Debt 175,000. They're a clinical stage company engages in development of treatment for life-threatening conditions, such offers trans-sodium crocyanate. Company is founded by David G. Clarigus and John L. Gaynor, 2001, headquartered in Charlottesville, Virginia. No insider action. Let's look at Finviz. Minus 15 million income. Float 63 million on here, no sales. January 11th said it would participate in Wainwright BioConnect conference. It must be some huge conference. No news, before that, nothing really going on. They have a phase 3 for glioblastoma, phase 2 for metastatic brain cancer, phase 2 for acute stroke. COVID-19, let me see, patients acute COVID-19. So they're involved in COVID too. So they have a lot going on, a few phase drugs. So that's always good, more than one drug. And it started way back when, looks like 2008. And this had 3 splits. So we got to go to 14. Get down to 2014. This thing's flat. So let's go right here. It looks like, well, when this took off, I'm trying to get to this candle here, right here. That was January 9th, 2018. This was as high as 31. Then we started to come down. Then we gapped down big time, the 10. And then this thing just drifted. It bounces at that 10 line. Looks like 10 line's huge. Look at this. See going across? Right here. Because you had a big cluster here, almost touched. Then 19 you touched again. So 10 is a very, very large line because then you'll fill the gap, the 15 plus on this. All right, so you had the gap down. 2, this one all the way up. How did they just connect the line when you hit the line? And it came down. Big gap down. And then this thing dropped like a rock. Now it looks like double bottom, like 25 cents. How'd you get any stocks that keep saying like 25 cents sitting in it? Oh, it goes to $2, $3, $4. All right, so 2020 we start to make it grind up. This 150 line's big, pull back a little bit. The lows continually getting higher. Can you take this line out? So you always draw your trend lines, from before. You don't need certain amount of lines here. Take out that line. Take out that line. Yeah, this line was a big line. I could take that out too. Take this out. And then you want to get to this ultimate low here, so you can have it across. And right at this 25 cent line. If I can get it over 25 right here. A little bit lower right there. All right, so these are your ultimate lines. So you have the big gap above. Look at this 10 line. That's the next major, major hurdle if you get to that point. And then your 25 cent line is the ultimate low at this point. So we're going here, the high, we're getting back and forth. Now, right now you have, trying to see here, what is this? Looks like this 150 line right here. See this 150 line? So we went down, touched, touched again. See there, that's where you draw your lines. Those don't have to be exactly where this candle is. You want it for the bulk of the move. See where it touched and then it went down. So it has trouble at that 150 line. So when you're looking on this, it's a nice little move up, a pullback again. Remember I said 13 EMA pullback. Yeah, you want this to test 150 right here. So at a 150 test, and then you want this to break, and then it'll become support. So big line's 150 right now. Your one's another line. You don't want this to go below one. That's a very important line in penny land. And then below, go each quarter, 75 quarter. So this has potential. We're going back and forth. We'll see if we bounce here and then go back up and challenge at 150. All right, BLRX, Bioline RX, 23 million float, market cap 60 million. Insiders don't own, institutions do, 28%. Debt 8 million, not bad. Clinical stage biopharmaceutical company focused on oncology. It's founded April 2003. Headquartered in Mardin, Israel. All right. Let's see here what this has going on. Let's see here. So Finviz has no income listed, no sales, 19 million float. Byline increases previously announced bought deal offering 30 million. That was the 19th. Don't see any other news. Clinical stage of pipeline BL 8040. Treatment of tumors. They have an AGI 134 for tumors, 5010 for skin lesions, and a BL 8040 pancreatic cancer. It has Genitex, whatever that is, phase 1B studies on tumors. Okay, so it's a lot going on there. On the monthly, again, this was up very high. It wasn't 100 after the split, but see this from 2012, they're all coming down. A lot of these stocks, I mean, it seems like a super cycle of these penny stocks. I'm looking at so many. Well, they did split, but I'm saying they're all coming down now. They're like coming back up at this point. So they're all making that round at bottom. Maybe it's time. This is the year. So you can see the weekly just up to 26. And look at this U. This is the big U shape. This is back from the dead play. Yeah, people think it's dead. We're going down, and then it's like the graveyard. We're coming up from the graveyard, and we rise from the ashes, and we attack. So a big line on this. You had the reverse split. This was back in 2019, and then you had the bottom right here. It's about $1. Sort of a reverse head and shoulders. And then what happened here in November really gapped up. Now we're holding this 225 on. Look at this back and forth. So in this one, let's see in the stock, where's your lines here? Well, it looks like this 3 lines huge. See, we touched so many times back in 2019. Touched it again November. Went through it. Then we cap right down. Now we're challenging again. We're above it. So this is a big break. We need to break 3 and hold. And where's this one line right here? Hold on one second. Yeah. All right, so this is the one line right here. So you can see the total, move down, and there's your one touch. Now this is like a reverse head and shoulders up to here, but it came back again. Should have came up here, but it didn't. But this was a huge volume bar. So in this one, we had that 3 line and we gapped down. So that's why they can be tough. Nothing's exact on these stocks. See, if you're holding this, that's what you can't hold overnight unless you're at a low. Yeah, up here you're right at that line. What happens to that line? We went down again. Look how many times. So we need to reclaim 3 again and hold. This is a little gap. Now this has to go above that 275 to 3. You don't want it below 225 or else we're going way back down. Interesting chart. Tougher moves. Last one. All right, LCTX, Lineage Cell Therapies, 149 million float, 413 million market cap. Insiders don't own. Institutions 40%. Current debt 2 million. That's not bad. Operates a clinical stage biotechnology company for new cellular therapies, retinal diseases, neurological, early detection of cancer. Companies founded by Judah Siegel, Hal Sternberg, Paul E. Siegel, and Harold D. Waltz. November 30th, 1990, headquartered in Alameda, California. 10,000 sells, no buys on the insiders. See what FinBiz has to say. Minus 27 million income, 2.7 million sales, 142 million float. ADX jumps on positive data for out licensed drug COVID-19 vaccine developer Invio announces 150 million follow-up offer. Lineage post series of webinars highlighting recent progress with its 3 clinical stage allogenic cell transplant programs. Change of executive team, that was yesterday. So they've been putting press releases out. We have a phase 1, 2A, deal with HIV treatment. We have all kinds of treatments here. Developing. So United States and internationally, their therapies. So they have a lot of stuff going on. And the monthly, this came about in 1992, reverse split, 1997. And this looks like this double bottom. Well, 16 cents it was when this crashed 2000 all the way 2009, started to ride up. We came back again. If you draw a line here, you can see right here, this is a longer term trend line from like 97. So it's out of it. So it's out of this line now. All right, let's get to the daily. You can see it was 4 back in 2017, big crash down 2019. Then look at the dip here, this weird washout, and then a bounce hard 2020. See where we are now is this big run up. Look at this, the low, getting higher, higher until we formed a massive cross. Usually it's to change the direction, top of a pattern. But look at this move, big move indecision, and it formed up here and just totally faded down. You know, this wasn't a good day trade at all. Some of these aren't good day trades, but they're more of, you know, where you get in and out on these. As far as, you know, you can swing these and you don't want to swing it up top. People are like buying up here, like they don't understand. When it has a run like this, you don't want to buy it up there. Now, the other line on this I see looks like this 175 line's big. See this here, the back and forth and wash down. It's like a double bottom. 75 held a few times. This 175 here and here came close, and then we broke out of it. So where we're at now, this came all the way back from up 350. This is very volatile. And look where we touched. Touch the 1320 EMA. That's why I said you always want them to hold on the daily. They're the first line of defense. So on this, you don't want to really go below 275 now. And then you want to break that 3 and get back up there. This is overextended though. I wouldn't like it up here. More of a trade. There's no way I would hold it up here. See the run back and forth, breakout. There you go. All right, so interesting stocks. Please subscribe to Mike Heyman Trades on YouTube. Trade ideas referral. My link: Twitter, Mike Frank 007, TikTok, Mike Frank II, Instagram, Mike Frank 98, and stock twits, Mike Heyman Trades. That's it. Till the next video. Peace.